yourself to go again. Cold water in your face is gonna bring you back to this awful place. Knuckle merchants and the bankers too, who must get up and learn those rules. Riverman and Crazy Chief, one says sun and one says sleep. Now the AM, the FM, the PM too, turning out that boogaloo. It gets you up and it gets you out, but how long can you keep it up? I said, give me Honda, give me Sony. It's so cheap and it's so phony. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and the Benjamins. I said, New York! Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on, get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on, get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Get up. You just don't stop and give it all you got. We'll rise to better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. See the ads? Well, isn't it nice? Better work hard, cause I know the price. Now, never mind that. It's time for the bus. And you'll get on, cause you're one of us. The clocks go slow in the place of work. The minutes drag and the hours jerk. Bye to the boss. It's your profit, it's his loss. You work anyway, the lunch bell rings. You take 1 hour and you do your thing.
Live from the Dog the Cat Studios on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, it's On the Horn with your host, Andrew Einhorn. Woo! Look, I got patriotic. Come on. Woo! I don't want to get too political with this show, but Jesus, do you feel the air of relief amongst all sane, liberal human beings in New York and around the world? Anyway, hi, how you feeling? I feel great. I am so happy. I've got an amazing show tonight. If you're tuning in for the first time, you're friends with my guests, Astra Dara or Ronathan Woolman or any Ronald, sorry. Feel free to like me on Facebook, and this is also going live on YouTube, so you can subscribe and like and all that stuff because we're building it up. I feel like tonight is such a happy celebration. Should I get rid of this? Of love and friendship. My two guests, the theme are best friends, but they also are connectors and they connect to people. And it has such a nice feeling. And somehow with the president, with Biden winning, it's like we're in this this trance of love and affection and just, I don't know, I feel so good. So I did a lot of filming over the weekend, 2 days in a row, because I'm really getting into it. And I asked questions related to the election. Then I asked questions related to my guests. I just want to go right into it. I just want to go right into it. So stay tuned because I'm going to share my screen and then we rock and roll. All right. Oh, here we go. But it's supposed to be It's On the Horn in the park today at Prospect Park, Brooklyn. It's like 75 degrees. There's an air of happiness and optimism the day after Joe R. Biden was declared president. So I have questions about Trump. I have questions about my guests, Dara and Astra. They're longtime friends. And besides that, a few hidden ones. Do you have any suggestions on what Donald Trump's next job should be?
Next job?
Yeah.
Next job should be?
Yeah.
Disappearing act. No more trouble. Just be gone, dude. Just go enjoy your money and...
He will be counting money.
He will be president. A janitor because he doesn't want to leave the White House.
So he should be a janitor.
I
don't know, a trash collector. I don't know, garbage picker.
That garbage you like there.
I would say street sweeper, except I have too much respect for those guys.
Janitor, jail.
It should be inmate number 92561 in the New York State Penitentiary. That's what it's going to be.
I think we should just ship him off to another planet.
What do you think Donald Trump's next job should be?
He should be a clown because he's already really good at that.
Donald Trump should be a cop because he's very mean.
I would love to see him doing auto dealership commercials for small town dealerships in Florida for literally the next 30 years until he collapses dead at the age of 106.
Should be or will be?
Either one.
mean, he's going to get this TV show and he's going to be like the next
Lorne guy, Michael.
Lorne Michaels?
Yeah.
Well, Lorne's Saturday Night Live and comedy.
Yes, but they're also buddies. They were at Apprentice and SNL at the same time, so put it together, they are friends.
I like how she did this fade out there, fade out. Evidently, people seem to be very happy that Donald Trump is going to leave the White House. Who knew? So, without any further ado, I'm going to go right to my guests. And by the way, to our sponsors, we might end up going long tonight. We might not, because these ladies are lovely and probably have a lot to say. So, I am going to hit a click and, oh, snap. Let's get all three of you on at the same time. Oh, not bad. Hold on a second. Oh, that's good. So just to let you know, Astra, I don't know, there's a delay. So if you looked at Facebook, it might take 30 seconds to kick in. But I think we're there and we're live, are we not?
I hope so.
Ah. So who is who? We have a Darren and Astra. Who's who for our audience? Can you identify yourselves?
I'm Astra. I have my name on my shirt. You can't see it though.
Oh, I know that shirt. Wasn't that your baby shirt?
That was my baby shirt. Karina made it into a dress.
A friend that we have very creative, artistic friends who are talented.
So do you feel like the theme that I mentioned, that you guys are friends, you have pronounced in 1992 you became best friends, or that's when you met, and that you have so many connections, is it okay to say that you're best friends? Are we insulting anybody else by doing that?
No, it's wonderful.
Okay. Because I heard that somebody introduced you that's very important in your lives, but maybe, she's not on the level of best friend.
It's a very cool story. I don't know. I think she's trying to find your Facebook page.
What's that?
I think the person that introduced us is trying to find Andrew's Facebook page.
Oh, Jen?
Yeah.
So we're not allowed to start
Facebook.com/onthehorn. Hopefully it's not that hard, but
I know, but
yeah,
if she were on, she would know. She would know that. Anyway, I'll try to get her on. But Dara, do you want to tell the story about how we got connected briefly?
Yeah, sure. So I moved to New York in 1992. And to work in the music business, but that's unrelated. And a childhood friend of mine, Jen Gerson, who I've known since I'm 3 years old, grew up with Astra. They went to Beach High together, actually Beach High. And I had always heard about Astra growing up in South Miami because she was kind of legendary. And she was legendary, not kind of. And she was actually voted most likely to have a good time in high school, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
And yep, that's in the notes. There you go. And anyhow, when I moved to New York, it was my first week, and Jen said, "Why don't you call Astra? She lives in New York." So I called up Astra, and she said, "I'm having a Cowboys and Indians party tonight. Why don't you come?" And I said, "Sure." So I dressed up as a cowgirl, and showed up at this party in Brooklyn, and it was love at first sight. And I said, "Oh my God, I am really happy I moved to New York, and I'm really happy I met this woman." And it made my my crazy younger years so much more fun.
Aw.
Right?
Is that true, Astra?
You made my crazy younger years so much more fun. I don't know. It was like electricity. We were 22. It was 1992. That apartment was in Brooklyn in Park Slope. It was, I don't know, like a hot night maybe, and we just hit it off like friends do,
Right.
And we
party. I can visualize exactly what it was like. You had this beautiful rooftop, right?
Yeah.
Park Slope, and yeah, wow. You were doing high kicks, a lot of high kicks.
I still maintain the high kicks. I'm 50 now, so.
And still can do high kicks and some out the window flashes.
Perhaps some out the window flashes. Things were perky back then.
I did have a request from a common friend of yours that said you've got to let them know, you got to let them tell you about their party days because these women are crazy. They were, you know, what's funny is the last couple shows, or maybe 3 out of the last 5, it's a lot of New Yorkers that went crazy in the day, now are a little older, have settled down. They have kids like you guys, you know, they were doing drugs and music. And it was like, I mean, Steve Eichner has the book about all the clubs in the 90s. So I feel like you probably have, maybe you cross paths with those people, but you must have stories to share, be it clubs or drugs or sex or rock and roll, or I don't know.
I never did drugs, but because I would be paranoid. But anyway, but we definitely saw a lot of music, a lot of live music, and a lot of crazy, fun, wild times. I don't know. Astra, you want to, I mean, where do you start?
Well, Dara was in the music business. So like almost every other night, it was like, do you want to go see Bush? Do you want to go see this? Do you want to go see that? And I was always a yes. So we ran around town, saw a lot of music. You know, Dara knew a lot of people. I knew a lot of people. Somehow we got invited to very cool things. I'm going to mention right now our friend John McGann had this awesome party space on Houston Street, 116 West Houston Street.
That was even later, though. That was like the second wave. That was the second wave.
That was a middle wave, but you know, I don't know. We just sort of found all these really cool people.
Groove Collective.
You did.
Remember the Groove
We used to go see this awesome band, Groove Collective. We had all these really fun friends that we hung out with, Wally and Andy and Scott. Who else, Dara? I don't know.
The band, the New Originals. They were in a band called the New Originals that used to play. And Scott, our friend Scott, used to manage Donald Fagen's recording studio.
Nice.
So used to go and on the weekends hang out and record our own music and just a lot of crazy fun times.
Yeah, and you know, this is really fun for Dara and me. I don't know if it's fun for anyone that's watching, but we're just like reminiscing, you know, and
Please reminisce.
You know what's really cool is that we still have fun. Like when we get together, I mean, we're older, we have kids, but when, you know, we still have amazing, I'm trying to get in my square here.
Yeah.
We still have amazing people in our lives and the parties remain. You know, they're a little different, but every now and then we'll hit it and we'll be like, wow, that was a great night. Like
I feel a lot of similarity to you because I get the feeling, hopefully the rest of our lives, I mean, whatever, 50, 60, 70, 80, just you've got something inside of you and it's not going to leave. We've all got that little kid and we all love music and people and dancing. That's why COVID's been so hard. And I know, Dara, you feel this way. It separated us from the things that we crave and the interaction.
Yeah, and like, so, you know, Andrew, you're in the city, I'm in the city. Dara right now is down in Boca. So this has been super weird. So this is a nice way for us to get together on a Wednesday night.
Totally.
Although 2 weeks ago, I was in Dara's house.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
How was
Who
that?
knew? And back, oh, it was
I was very
fantastic.
excited.
Oh.
Wait, how was it? What did you say?
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, I love Boca. I've got friends there. I've been there many times. The air is sweet. The clouds are beautiful. All the houses are spacious. We can hang out in the backyard. There's pools. I mean, it just feels good. It feels very relaxing. And it was nice to see you and meet the whole family and to watch. Basically, I'll tell our fans we watched, or you could probably explain it, but I got to spend 2 hours watching your Patreon trivia night with your husband Gilbert and then 3 other guys just going at it. And I've got footage of that I want to get to later, but yeah, just quick stuff from my iPhone.
Fantastic.
I just want to, because I'm going to come back to these things. I've got so much stuff that I played. Let's talk just for a second about the election. Like, was this important to you at all? Was this the most important election of our lifetime? And how relieved, excited, and then I'll go to a clip. But tell me how you feel right now.
I'll go first because I am super duper passionate about this. I know, Dara, you are too. But yes, this was the most important election of my life. I was, you know, when I got the news, crying. I was in the middle of an exercise class. It was amazing. I had like a little bit of a delayed celebration. Didn't celebrate really till Sunday night on a rooftop with some friends and some bubbles and the sunset, and that felt totally appropriate. But then this week has been kind of strange with the resistance or whatever's happening. So I don't want to go there because I want this to be a light night.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful is what I am.
Dara.
I'm just glad it's over because I'm tired of everybody saying bad crap about everybody else and all the crap. And I just want peace and harmony and everybody to sing Kumbaya. So that's why I'm happy.
Okay, well, I am going to go right to my clip, which I actually put on my Facebook, but I have cut two that I wanted to play. As soon as it was called, the city erupted. It was so beautiful. Open windows, the noises and the clanging of pots and pans. And I thought, all right, I got to get to Union Square, because when Obama won, that's where I went. And it was just, it's kind of the political center of activity. Granted, I know all over the city, Times Square, people were celebrating, but I went to Union Square, and voila.
It's in Union Square. I came out to film. Can you feel the love, the happiness, the joy? What a great day. Gonna skate around, get some interviews.
Woo! Let's go! We love Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. I'm pretty good. I'm emotional, man. It's insane.
It's euphoric. Euphoric.
How are you feeling? How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Amazing. Hit the road, Trump. No come back no more, no more, no more. I feel liberated. I feel free. I feel like there's hope. I feel like we have a chance.
I'm feeling great. Liberated from the stupid, crazy things that's been going on.
You've been amazing. Fucking Trump is out of office. The racist.
What the fuck? Now we'll get an adult up there, not a child.
I'm feeling great. Woo! We won! Gay rights, baby!
Millions of people can feel safer.
Yeah.
And that's what's important to me.
This is my 2016 Hillary shirt.
Oh.
I didn't turn out, obviously. Feeling pretty fucking
Goodbye. Everybody, na. Everybody out there watching the show, to yourself in your room.
I'm so glad. What? We lost him.
Goodbye. Oh, sorry. I got the space. I must. Oh,
Woo! I am so glad that you did that and that you shared that, because that day I didn't make it downtown, and up here in Way High it was a little celebratory, but not quite like that.
Yeah, it was pretty celebratory there. I'm sure it was the same in Boca, right, Dara?
I don't see anybody here.
Live vicariously through me. Live through me. And there's one other clip coming, and I know, Astra, you said like the second one better. It was nice because there's some elder people there, and they expressed there. They said, I can breathe. I can breathe. You know how many people say that same thing? I can breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a universal group sigh of relief. I mean, not for everybody, but, and I want to be sensitive to that, because, not everyone's on the same page, like Dara said,
Yeah.
I try very hard, but I'm just, I would like for us to move to a more peaceful time for sure. And I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Want to get along.
I'm a little bit curious as to, we got it that you're from Miami. You didn't become friends till you were in New York, even though you heard about each other. But Dara, in the music business, I want to know kind of like what did you do? And is there a love of music? A lot of my shows I feel like people love music. Obviously you went to concerts, but like maybe what did you grow up with and what is dear to your heart and what is it about the music industry that you love or didn't love? Or
So yeah, growing up, I mean, I was born in, you know, in the hippie days, you know. And
what do you mean? Expand upon that. I don't know what that means.
My parents were hippies, and we had our fourth bedroom. We called it the music room, and it had Peter Max wallpaper on the walls, and it had lights that like green tables that lit up green, and furry carpet and speakers, you know, with peace signs and all that, and a lot of albums. And I used to, as a kid, I'd play with the albums and I'd lay by the speakers to hear the vibrations, and I'd listen to Cat Stevens and Bette Midler, the Divine Miss M, and you know, John Denver and all, you know, all this old, you know, I loved Cat Stevens. Anyway.
Bob Dylan, I need some more artists. I love where you're going here. And I want to know, as a kid, when you're 8 lying on the rug and your parents' pot is drifting in and you're on the shag carpet and there's this,
I'd help him get
Spencer
the
Gifts.
I'd help him get the seeds out of the pot. The seeds out of the weeds. With the shoebox. You know, my kids are here. Anyway,
Bob Dylan in there. Bob Dylan. I mean, that's.
I love Bob Dylan, but my parents didn't listen to Bob Dylan as much. But yes, I mean him. But I always loved music. And when my first year in college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. My dad said, "What do you love?" And I said, "Music." So I went and worked at the radio station. And then before my second year of college, I ran into a guy at a coffee shop that was worked at Atlantic Records. At Lava Records. No, it was at Atco East West Records. Atco Records was part of Atlantic.
Okay.
And he did radio promotion. Where'd everyone go? Oh, there you are.
Oh.
And he did.
I gave you solo for a minute, but go ahead.
It's too big. I don't want to look at myself. And he did radio promotion. I'm like, what the hell is radio promotion? It's actually a job. I didn't even know it existed. Where he would go around and get songs played on the radio. And I begged him for an internship, and long story short, ended up starting a t-shirt company in college so I could go door to door to sell t-shirts to make enough money to come to New York. And I came to New York over the summer and started interning, and interned throughout college, and then got a job and blah, blah, blah.
What were you doing in your internship? I mean, it sounded like more like sales, like you're trying to get songs on the radio. I mean, you weren't backstage with the rock and roll people.
Yeah.
So you love music, but it seemed like you were more on I don't know.
No,
tell me about
radio promotion. Back in the day, you would basically a single. You would pick a single on an album, and then my job was to get that single added to playlists at radio stations around the country. It's the way it works.
How did you do that? How did you do that? I mean, what's the process?
Build relationships with program and music directors, and you know them. And I would go around the country and take them out to dinner and get to know them, and get to know their station and get to know what's on their playlist. And every week they would add maybe 1 or 2 new songs to the playlist, and then you're going against all these other record labels vying for that one spot. It was fun. It was really fun. And then you also do like getting bands to play like festivals, radio station festivals, stuff like that. So I'd go around and put that stuff together, put promotions together for the stations. We had it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
That sounds really nice. Did you ever see this TV series Vinyl? I know that's more like 70s, but Astra, I know you have.
I love that.
Maybe she doesn't know. I don't know. Bobby Cannavale. It was about more like 70s and cocaine and music labels and getting your songs played and things like that.
Yeah.
So do you have all these W's in your head? 93.3 WMMR, 94 WISP, WXKL.
Wait, MMR is Philadelphia.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, keep going.
Is that good?
Throw me out some. What's LA? WKTLA?
KTLA. KLOS,
Miami. I'm going to throw out a few.
Y100. Well, of course,
Oh.
Y100, right?
San Francisco.
K-Fog.
Yes.
K-Fog.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, geez, I don't remember.
It sounds like a lot of traveling for a young person. So you're in your early 20s and you're traveling around the country?
I was in my 20s, and I worked in the business till I was 37. So yeah.
Okay. So 2 years ago.
Yeah, right, exactly. It was a lot of traveling. And so when I finally met Gilbert and then had babies, it was like he was on the road all the time. So one of us had to stay home.
Well,
I guess I just jumped the gun, I guess.
Yeah, you jumped the gun because your music career led you to Gilbert.
Right, exactly.
You met at a Grammy party.
Who's
in the other room?
Gilbert?
Who's in the other room doing a cameo right now? Can you hear him?
Who's your husband?
No. Yeah, who's your husband?
So it was February 26, 1997, and the Grammys were in New York City, and they had their after party at Tavern on the Green, and I was invited to go, and I wasn't going to go, but then at the last minute I figured, what the hell, I'll go, and so I went, and I'm always early, and Gilbert was there, and he was early, and we were standing at the food table. Am I talking too much?
No, I'm going to get to Astra, but I like your story, so it's all right.
Okay. And we were standing at the food table, and I dropped something, and he picked it up and put it on his plate. And I thought, oh, geez, who is this pathetic guy that's eating my dropped food? And I felt bad. I felt bad for him, so I said hello, and I said, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't recognize him. And anyway, he looked sad. He said that he was meeting a friend of his, but he was early and his friend wasn't there yet. So I said, would you like to sit at our table? We have a table. And he came and sat down. And long story short, he asked for my phone number. And 2 days later, on his birthday, which he didn't tell me was his birthday, he invited me out. And I thought, oh, wow, this older man is inviting me out for dinner, and I'm going to get all dressed up. And it ended up that he took me to the Moonstruck Diner on 23rd Street.
And
we shared
it's a classic.
And we shared a rice pudding, and yeah, we only had one rice pudding, and 1 cup of coffee. And then
one cup of coffee.
Yes, and then he walked me home, and he told me a lot of turtle jokes. And
why did the turtle cross the road?
I was in love. Because any guy that could tell turtle jokes is,
Isn't that the best story? I mean, that's
pretty good one.
Story. This is Gilbert.
But I'm confused. He asked you out for dinner, and you had a coffee and a rice pudding. Where's the dinner part? Or is that?
I know, but it's okay.
He's a little confusing.
Yeah. So anyway, it was Gilbert Gottfriend.
Okay.
That's who it was.
So listen, I'll keep it moving. I will get to you, Astra, but your friendship is sort of a theme of this show. So when I went to the park, I asked people what constitutes a best friend. And it's kind of nice. People gave me, right?
You get to hear this?
Of course you do.
Okay.
It's all, let's see, best friends, share. I have Gilbert Gottfried's wife on next week and her best friend. So we came up with the question is, what makes somebody a best friend?
I think somebody that you can share everything with, but also like somebody who's going to push you into growing, into being a better version of yourself.
A good friend is agreeable. No, I mean, you don't want a yes man, but someone who's just down to do whatever you want to do.
Somebody who likes to vacation and smoke weed with me.
Being able to be open with somebody, non-judgmental, but also tell you the truth when you need it.
A good friend, a best friend is somebody who is loyal and truthful to you.
Loyalty, commitment to the other person, being there in good and bad times.
No matter what, in front of you or in the back of.
When they have your back and they're looking out for you.
Somebody who's reliable and loyal.
It's someone that you enjoy spending time with, that you connect with, but also sees you and loves you for who you are. And
someone that you can really, really honestly tell them pretty much anything.
Oh, these are two of them.
I took a hit of pot before I left my house today.
Do you want more? Yeah. Also, best friend's a tier, right? It's not like a person. I think that's a tier.
I'm gonna cry. That was beautiful.
That was so beautiful, Andrew. Like, I feel like, the world has been so focused on other things. It's so nice. It's so refreshing to go back to the basics.
Yes.
What's a best friend? Like, it's so beautiful. And it makes you think.
Yeah, I don't get any credit. I just, proposed the question. It was impressive to me how suddenly people jumped into this not serious but romantic thought and really thought about it. And you see a lot of the common themes. I mean, it almost makes sense, loyalty and someone that you can feel comfortable around. A lot of people had the thing where they're nice, but not too nice. And they'll tell you if you fucked up and things like that.
Right.
But,
well, with Dara and I think what's cool is that, we've known each other so long. We've been through so much, but we just, we don't talk every day. We talk a lot, but days or weeks will go by and then not weeks, but, then we'll just like a good friend is someone that, it doesn't matter. You just pick up where you left off.
Right.
And you love each other no matter what. I've been through a lot. She's been through a lot, relationships, family. But we just support each other. And I know it's hokey, but it's true. And we have a lot of fun. And we love to laugh. Oh my God.
Yes. Oh. And respect is a big thing too, when you really respect somebody. Yes.
And I hear that your families are still together. Your kids, there's a lot of things going on, right? Kids are friends.
As a matter of fact, tonight, Dara was helping Lily with her Algebra 1 homework, which, holy smokes. And my daughter is in Algebra 2, and she's a few years older, a year older. And I said, maybe Athena could tutor Lily. And it's like, yeah, like no brainer. So it's beautiful,
Yes.
What I always say about Dara and I and our other really close friends, David and Violin and this one and that one, like we know each other before kids, like we were kids together pretty much, so yeah, it's really nice to have our kids growing up together. This year, I was supposed to go to, I'm going to ramble for 2 seconds. I was supposed to go to 4 bar bat mitzvahs, and this year is the year of the Zoom bar and bat mitzvah. God love you. There was Dara had one for Lily, and there was quite a thing that happened there.
I'm feeling an impression coming on. I have filmed so many bar, bat, and b'nai mitzvahs, and I see the speeches for the friends, and I can imagine so many of you are here at Zoom. I really feel like you're in the room. Everybody's so special to me. I really feel happy and glee. Oh my God, sorry guys. I love all of you. Oh my God, love you, miss you. Okay, go ahead. Anyway, continue.
But most of them don't have people flashing in the middle of the bat mitzvah, do they?
That actually happened.
You tell? Who was the flasher?
Astra, you want to tell?
Well, so Dara threw this gorgeous Zoom bat mitzvah for Lily, and an old family friend at the very end didn't realize that she was naked, and it happened. And I think Richard Belzer actually called her out, right?
Yeah, he was on. She came back from the pool and she had never used Zoom before. And she didn't know, she couldn't get the sound to work. So she propped the phone up in the bathroom, and she was trying to figure out how to get it to work, and she couldn't hear anybody. She could only watch, so she assumed that no one could see her. So she took her bathing suit off and jumped in the shower in the middle of the bat mitzvah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's just 2020. It's just
or at least she wasn't pleasuring herself like the other guy in the media who evidently was,
it was really funny.
Wow.
But yes, back to friendships. It's beautiful that, our kids are friends. I wanted to give you one thing, Andrew. You were asking about Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
my mom had a shrine to Bob Dylan when I was growing up.
Okay.
She used to go to like Bleecker Street and St. Mark's and stalk him and see him. Yeah. So
and the Bob Marley story.
There's Bob Marley, but Dara and I have that in common, that we have hippie parents. My dad, I think, is probably watching on Facebook.
Oh, hey, Dad. What's his name?
Alan Schwartz.
Okay, nice
He
name.
officially changed his name to
Dr. Crystal.
Oh my. You know what? I was under the impression, maybe it's from TV, that hippie parents may be more conservative kids or vice versa. Like you don't always necessarily follow in their footsteps, but with you guys, it kind of seems like you did. Or, I mean, you're not hippies, but you're earthy people.
I think Dara and I are both very balanced people. Like,
yes.
We like to have a good time, but we're responsible, and I think that's really important. I could see my daughter going the other way, being kind of more straight-laced and serious, but she does have a fun side. What about you, Dara?
Yeah, it's hard to, you mean our kids?
Yeah.
Hard to tell right now. We shall see. I don't know. Andrew, you met them.
Oh, yeah.
I did, yeah. They were gregarious, fun, smart, interesting, creative. Woo, it was almost intimidating. Your daughter is just lighting up her entire room, and your son was with equips, and he's fast, and he was like with technology. Yeah, they seem like some good kids.
Yes.
Because I always forget about this, I'm going to go, there's so many beautiful butterflies and smiley faces, and 99 people have said things. So I'm just going to throw out some names and say, thank you, everybody. I hope. Jen Gerson, she has found her way. Susan Maria Reyes, Melinda Staub, Engelman's, my friend Spencer Tunick, who says, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I'm not quite sure what it means, but nice to have you, Spence. Sonia Rifkind. Alan Schwartz.
Alan.
He says clothing swap with 2 P's. I don't know what that means.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah, that was that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Such great names here. Ruth Ann Pressman Zenter. There's a lot of married names.
Oh, okay.
My friend Kilsey, who's a longtime friend, who's going to be on the show soon. Lori Grunberger, Ruth Ann Pressman, Sonia, David Patillo. What's up, David? Thanks for tuning in. Suzanne, Spencer, be careful. Spencer says, be careful, Horn. This could happen to you. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it probably will. So, yeah, I don't know.
I love it. Hi, friends. So nice to see you or hear your names. I can't see who's on.
I can't see who's on either. I keep looking around and wondering how you figure that out.
That's interesting. Maybe if you're a guest, you can't see it. I can. It's on the right side of my broadcast, but maybe. Is there something that say comments? Do you see anything?
Yeah. Oh, now I see.
Now I see.
Hey, Ariel.
Ariel. That's my sister. I wanted to follow up with the Alan Schwartz comments about the swap with probably 2 P's and an exclamation point.
It did.
And that is that Dara and I started a clothing swap. I think we were 25.
Wow.
Right? And we decided one man gathers what another man spills, or a woman for this instance. And so we collected the clothes that we didn't want anymore, and we made it a thing. We did brunch, we had mimosas, we showed off the clothes, we grabbed, we swapped, we donated. And can I tell you, we've been doing this twice a year since 1995.
This was the first year we didn't do it.
This is the first year we didn't do it. So we are jonesing for a swap. But we've had people take the swap to other regions. So
oh wow,
Ariel in LA did a swap. I believe some Miami people did a swap. I know Sharon in New Jersey just did a swap this past weekend. So listen, we didn't invent the swap, but it's kind of cool.
Sure. Unrelated, but I'm just curious because I look at you guys and your taste in fashion. I didn't know what a thrift store was, and then I got to my 20s, and a friend of mine is like, we should go to thrift stores in bad neighborhoods in Philly. You can get amazing stuff. Lo and behold, that started a 30-year trend. I fucking love thrift stores. And when you go in kind of weird neighborhoods, you think, well, they might not be interested in what I am. And my friend was into vintage ties and wingtip shoes and good cotton shirts. I mean, what you can find. And then I realized there's sort of consignment shops the last 10 years, because I can't afford new clothes, sorry, is finding things that have beautiful fabrics that maybe don't fit right. So you buy it for $12, you go to the tailor and pay $10, and you've got an amazing shirt for whatever the math is, $22. But I just love, and I look at you and I think, I bet these women thrift shopped when.
Well, we didn't have to, because the swap, half of my clothes are from the swap. It's great.
Right. The swap is amazing. One of the best stories from the swap, I know we're on a time thing, but one girl brought her boyfriend's clothes to the swap.
Oh, yeah.
And Dara wound up taking many of the garments for Gilbert. And then one time Gilbert was wearing a shirt on Hollywood Squares, and they're sitting there going, that's my shirt. So, you know, the swap has legs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great story just because you brought in Hollywood Squares. Oh, my God. Fantastic. I think of Paul Lynde in the middle. He's making sexual innuendos, and everybody knows he's gay, but they don't say it out loud. Oh, God, as a kid, I'm sick. You know, home from school, and it's the Munsters, and it's Hollywood Squares and Match Game with Gene Rayburn.
That's right.
What happened to Hollywood Squares? Why is it on? Is it not on?
No.
I think we should bring it back. Maybe Andrew, you could host.
I would love to host, yes. Or be the secret square. Yeah. Speaking of your friend Gilbert, I did go to, because I had footage of the Zoom thing that you did, but then I decided, stop ringing me, Ronald. I decided to just ask a quick question. It was on the theme of comedy. I was asking people, what is funny to you? But I got to tell you, I have so many questions. I couldn't get to that, and I was spending all day editing. So I just said, hey, do you know Gilbert Gottfried? These are young people. And if so, what do you think? Give me an opinion. And that's what I did. So we are going to.
Okay.
One of the answers is a little weird, but oh well.
I haven't seen this, so I'm excited. Okay.
You know who Gilbert Gottfried?
I'm just gonna do it.
I do stand-up comedy. Yes, I know who Gilbert Gottfried is. Yes. Oh, he's amazing. He's a staple. That guy is. He's. You know, comedy would be different without him. I'm glad he's around.
I did not know he was still alive. But good for him.
Gilbert Gottfried? Oh, I mean, he'll always be Iago to me from my generation.
To me, he'll always be the aristocrat joke that he told when he was bombing. And that was just like one of the greatest moments, I think, in just like honest humor.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of Gilbert Gottfried.
What's your opinion about him?
I mean, his stuff has been occasionally controversial, but I think
he's funny. It's a black guy, right?
Yeah. Oh no, he's a white guy. White Jewish guy like me.
Oh no, man. No.
He did the pirate in one of the Disney movies.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. What happened to him then?
So I am a 90s kid. I know Gilbert Gottfried because of Aladdin.
Yeah.
And that is a voice I will never, ever forget. I may not have seen him in anything else, but like he's a very important person in my childhood.
I remember him from the movies from the early 90s. What was that movie? Problem Child. I love those movies growing up.
With the voice, the guy talk like that, and he's made that face. Yeah.
I mean, the sad part is that I have to say that Aladdin, including the sequels, is probably one of my favorite films as a child. So I'd say being a best friend is being Gilbert Gottfried in the Aladdin movies as a child.
Oh my God.
That guy brought it home because
that was awesome.
He brought the best friend question, and that question he kind of tied them together.
You're good at this, Andrew.
Oh my God, I'm so good. I put together an outtakes to show people what actually happens, and it's so crazy because what happened was in between rollerblading across fields from one person to another, I'm talking to them, but the camera isn't focused. So it's like pointing at the ground, and you just hear me going, "Come here, what are you doing? Oh, I want to talk to you. I like your dress. Oh man, come on." And all the crazy shit that you don't hear here. You don't see the process of attacking people and dealing with them when most of them are like, I'm sorry, what is this for? No, I'm busy. I have to. So, you know, I'm good, but I'm at a...
They think you're Greenpeace on wheels.
Greenpeace?
Greenpeace. You know those people that like want to.
They stop you on the street to talk to you?
Yes, I always walk fast by the Greenpeace people. I'm like, yeah.
So Astra, let's go a little bit back in your time, because evidently your mother was an artist of some kind and made some sort of tam.
So I'm gonna do this really fast. My parents met at Pratt, so that's Alan Schwartz and Dina Shackna, and I was their big art project. My mother met my father, and she said, apparently she saw a baby picture of him and said, I want to have a baby that looks like that. So that's me. And they didn't pan out, but it's okay. My mom was a fine artist, wonderful artist. She wound up doing something called Art to Wear. She basically crocheted up a storm. But like, you know, truly like amazing pieces. Some of her clients are Elton John and Donovan and Phyllis Diller. And her claim to fame is definitely that she crocheted the tam that Bob Marley's buried in. So my mom and my stepdad, who was a poet, were very into reggae. And we used to go to Reggae Sunsplash every year when I was a kid.
Oh.
And somehow, actually, Ashley Albert, who could be on here right now, she, her mom was dating one of Bob's producers and got him the tam. And my mom and I met Bob on the beach. Yes.
Oh,
and,
where was this?
In Jamaica, in I believe it was it Kingston or Montego Bay? And I was 7, so I don't remember. But, okay. You know, he didn't really acknowledge us. He looked up and said, nice, you know, and I said, Mom, what's wrong with him? You know, well, we know. But what did I want to tell you about that? Oh, the end to this story that's so beautiful is that he's buried in that tam.
Wow.
Yeah, it was his favorite tam. And
but was he wearing that in general, like on the road and concerts and the streets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I believe I sent you some photos. He's in many books and posters and albums with the tam on. It's a very elaborate crocheted tam. It's not like just black, red, gold, and green. It's like beautiful. But and anyway, my mom, you know, she was amazing. Unfortunately, she passed away very young, age 69, 4 years ago, of a very quick battle with cancer. I can't believe she's gone. Although she wouldn't have been very happy about everything that's been happening for the past 4 years. So anyway, artists' parents. And my mom was an artist. My dad's an artist. He's a photographer and a painter. Really? And what is he into? He's into humanities. And my stepdad was a poet.
Yeah. Wow. My parents were in real estate and mathematics. Andrew, if you come home, please take out the trash, clean your room, weed the rose bushes, and then see me for more chores. Thank you. Love you.
I feel so blessed that I grew up in such a creative household.
Oh,
made you who you are. That's it. It shaped you. It shaped you. Exactly.
So why did I come out the way I did? I was doing impressions of my mother at age 9 at the kitchen table. I guess people were like, well, that's why you're the way you are. You were rebelling. You were kind of, you know, and I guess, I don't know. Okay, this is great because you were talking about that. And again, I have a lot of these films, but I also have my pictures that you had sent me and I didn't want to forget. So I'd like to almost play something that's like plays. There's 45, so I want to be like, bam, 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 bam. Let's see how fast we can get through without going too fast.
I hope everyone's having fun. This is really fun.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay, hold on.
Hey!
Oh, hey, y'all! It's the connector of all connectors. That's Jen Person.
Go ahead, do tell. That wasn't the button I was supposed to hit, but whatever. Hi, Jen.
What up, Jen?
So Jen is the reason why Dara and I are friends. Hi, Jen.
That's right. I like to take credit for you too, but I really can. It's all on your own doing.
No, you get credit. You get credit. You definitely
And
get
by
credit.
the way, Jen, what years did you live in New York City?
Hi. So, I'm hearing echoes.
Oh, you might want to turn off Facebook or
Turn
something.
off the Facebook. Tell us who you are. Introduce yourself to our audience and your relationship to these beautiful women.
I am Jen G.
Okay.
Yeah, it's echoing. Oh, okay. Is that better? Oh, yes.
You sound fine. You're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm exhibiting a piece of the Dina Knapp art collection behind me over here.
Oh, nice.
So I'm Jennifer Gerson. Dara is my friend since I'm a toddler. And Astra and I just feel like toddlers every time we're together. And act like them.
Were you part of the posse that was going out in New York every night to clubs and doing all the...
I was.
Give me some... Let's hear about that. Give me some insight.
I moved to New York and went to NYU during the summer of like 1990. And I think that's when I hooked these two up. It was about 1990. We were like 19, 20 years old. And then I left and I moved there for 3 years to go to grad school in about 94. And I was there partying with these two ladies and our posse for about 3 years. And I think I was at that Groove Collective show.
I think you were.
So yeah, but like Dara's family and mine were together during those picking the seeds out of the, we're picking the cotton. And Dara's family and my family go back to like high school. And Astra and I became like the closest of friends junior high school and like this in high school with all of our other friends. And Dara was introduced to Astra during that time. And then Astra and I just stayed friends for many, many years. And over the last, I'd say about 8-9 years, like, I can't get enough of her. And Dara was at my house last weekend with the family. So
Which used to be my house.
Right. So this house here used to belong to the Kravitz family. So we really keep it all in the family. But it has been such a joy to watch this tonight because the chemistry between you two and the history and the friendship and the love and the vibe.
I gotta say, after this whole COVID thing and coming down to like, I'm in Florida right now, and it makes you appreciate your friends when you go to a new place where you don't really know anybody. And it's like, oh my God, I really like value my friendships.
And when we're all in Miami together, we Basel the heck out of each other. We Basel it up at Art Basel, and we have so much fun and celebrating art and friendship and laughs. So this has been like a really fun night.
I don't know
That's
if any
interesting.
of the,
Sorry, go ahead, Astra.
No, I don't know if any of the Miami Beach girls are on from the days of Jen and I at Beach High, but I just want to give a shout out to the Granola Girls. That's what we were known as, the Granola Girls. I'm sure you could figure out what that means.
And Dara was at all my parties, so we have a lot of history together. But your friendship, the two of you, the way you stayed connected through all these years is really like, can I just do this?
Yeah, of course. I'm really happy to hear about the Art Basel something. You seem all such creative types, so it's nice to know that you're going to Basel, probably a lot of parties, you get invites to certain things, and I don't know, the art world, it's nice. I've been to Basel a few times. It's a great event.
Oh, it's amazing. It's
I think that
super fun.
What's cool, Andrew, that you've touched on is that, we're friends, but we're cultured gals. We got the art, we got the music, we got the fashion.
The film.
The film.
Astra's now become an art dealer.
Right. I'm an accidental art dealer, as is Dara.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, I represent my mother, Dina Knapp, the master crocheter, and then she wound up becoming, you know, a beautiful, you know, assemblage creator. And Dara is also an accidental art dealer with Arlene Gottfried.
Yep.
Right.
And a filmmaker.
And Andrew, I feel like I've met you. I know I've met you before.
You probably have. Everybody has. I'm a New Yorker via Philadelphia,
And
but
he came to our house 2 weeks ago. I felt like he was family. I said, he was in Boca. I said, come over. We sat outside. We wore masks.
yeah.
Yes.
I think that we all feel that way about Andrew.
Shucks. All right. Just on that note, I'm going to share a screen. Oh, wait a minute. And now we'll do the thing where I can run through the pictures. And all three of you can be like, that was that. And this is this. And there is there.
We're like the Brady Bunch over here.
Okay, hold on. F.
Aww.
Good. All right. I'm
Gorgeous.
going. What do we got?
Oh
What do we got, ladies?
We used to do.
That was one of my birthday parties that I threw at the art bar, I think.
Yeah, we used to do a raffle at all the parties because we like to give out prizes.
I used to throw birthday parties for myself. I'd throw big parties. Actually, I did one right at the 2 weeks before COVID.
You guys look awesome. That dress, that red one, and
That's Betsy Johnson.
I think that was my 25th birthday party and I had like a blues band and oh my God, it was fun.
Wow. It's funny you say Betsy Johnson, because when I was in Philly photographing models and going to clubs, Betsy Johnson was right then all the rage. And I'd go backstage and I was shooting pictures. That doesn't, to me, Betsy Johnson was like short dresses that kind of went wide and a lot of frilly things and bright colors.
Mine.
Yours looks a little more classy, a little more subdued.
Thank you.
Sure.
And Astra, of course, doing the raffle.
Actually, I'm wearing Betsy Johnson as well. That's a Betsy Johnson vest.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, I love that.
What are you saying right there?
What
are
the hell
you
am I
saying?
wearing with those cowboys? What the heck?
I mean, look at her. Raffles. We love. Oh, okay. So this is Shasta, Dara, Ariel, and Astra with, I don't know, was it Fleet Week?
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's my little sister in the pink.
Is that Hogs and Heifers?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's Rebecca Zirk. Rebecca is now an Orthodox Jew. We love her so much.
These are great. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What was that?
This was at 116 West Houston. Shout out to John McGann for all the cool parties.
What's the cross street on that? Houston and what? LaGuardia? Where was that?
McDougal, I believe.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Oh my God. Look at you.
Oh, this is me as the funny bunny girl at 116 West Houston.
I love it.
Excellent.
And there's the Tam.
Oh my God. That's amazing, Astra.
Bob in the Tam. Bob in the
beautiful.
Tam.
Look at that. Oh my God. That is incredible.
Dina Knapp. There we are. I have no idea where we are, but that was fun.
I
Oh,
think
Sullivan and John McGann saying Sullivan and Thompson is the cross street for one team.
Okay.
Where is that? That
I
must
have no idea.
that
I
must
have
have
no-
been at like Colbert or one of those things. Hey, I know
Oh.
that guy.
All right.
I think he's wearing that bathrobe right now.
Oh, so this is Halloween where Dara was a badass. So she
Oh my God, that was the best.
She has bad across her ass, and I was Mother Nature with my big lightning bolt. And it said, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
What is this from?
That's Burns. That was at one of my Unwind networking gatherings, which I can't wait to do again. Thank you.
Oh,
There's our kids and sushi.
Cute.
Sushi.
we got in trouble from the neighbors and sushi. Oh, I know that guy.
That's a kind face right there.
Oh, you made that for me.
I made that for Dara. I try to be an artist sometimes.
That's so good. That was for my birthday. I kept that. I still have it.
Blueberry boob girl. Yeah, and these are more girls. I like to draw girls.
Amazing.
Oh, nice. So that's one of your drawings?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Astrologicals, that was my card company.
You should do that again.
Yay!
Woo, there we are.
Three amigas.
You guys have great teeth.
Why, thank
Oh
you.
yeah, Dara doesn't love that photo, but I think it's so
No.
Yeah.
That photo confused me.
Oh, look at Dara. She's like from Say Anything. We happen to be walking around with a big boombox.
Wait, why was I holding that boombox? I forgot.
It was from the Losers Lounge. Liz was performing.
That's right. That's right.
And this is the Thanksgiving Day parade. All of our kids were in the parade last year, a year ago.
A year ago, but my kids were on the Ronald McDonald float, and Astra's daughter was with her gymnastics, cheerleading. Exactly.
So great.
Oh, this is Macy's bat mitzvah. It was a glow in the dark bat mitzvah. There's Suzanne Marie Reyes. Shout out. She's a party planner.
The best party planner. Oh, Gilbert looks so happy. That was on the. Go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead.
The Colbert Show.
Oh, this is the premiere of the Gilbert movie. Gilbert.
The documentary.
Fabulous.
Astra was the one that made that documentary happen.
The Berkshires.
And that's that's in the Berkshires on Stockbridge Bowl.
July 4th.
This is our last hurrah before COVID.
Oh my God.
That's Athena and Lily, our daughters.
So cute.
Oh yeah. Dara, Shasta, and Astra.
Nice.
Oh my God. Oh, Steve Eichner. He was on
Yeah. He was.
There's our like New York
crew.
We like go out all the time. Well, we used to go out all the time.
Yeah.
Violaine and Liz and birthdays. Oh, and Shasta. Oh, and Monica and Ruth Ann Zentner.
That was in my apartment. That's a good picture. Oh,
I love that one.
That's a great picture. Zarella. That's our friend
Famous
Zarella.
Mexican chef in the city.
Yep.
I like this because that was from my guest a few weeks ago. His signs. Randy
yes.
Berman. And you are circled here. And there we have Democrat or bad acid trip. We have selected the Democrat. All right. And this is so this is you, Dara, leading the Zoom. And maybe I'll go to that next because it's just a 1-minute clip. Okay. But this is you doing your thing. And then there's us.
Oh, cute.
Hello.
Nice.
Thank you. That was so fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. You send me the pictures. I didn't do nothing. I just took out a few and put them in order and tried to go last to first. All right. Let's go right to. Let me see if I can just go right to this thing. Hold on a second. There has to be a stop. Share. Boom again, Gilbert. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is what you MC.
I do stand-up comedy. Yes, I know who Gilbert Gottfriend is.
Oh no, that's not it.
We did that one.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second.
Your apartment looks very nice, Andrew.
Thanks. It is.
Andrew needs to have a party when this COVID thing's over.
Yeah.
Everybody, I've had parties here. It's a great party space. Got the tiger in the back. We've got the Apple TV. We've got the American flag, the lamp from my grandmother. Okay, I called this boom again because that's what well, you'll see.
Okay, this is the shout category. You ready, Frank? To score, you must sing any part from 6 of them. Okay, Susie Q.
Wow.
Gilbert and Gino for the win. I'm exhausted. Wasn't that fun? Love you all. Every day I know when Gilbert's on the phone with Gino. Every day I know.
Tell me what it was like for you.
Oh my God. Well, I had this idea to do this game tonight as like
Mhm.
a bonus for our listeners,
Mhm.
for our Patreon listeners. And it totally worked. Did you have a good time?
Of course.
Do you believe we're sitting outside in Boca right now? Well, Hervé Villachez was amazing. I love seeing you when you get in that zone because I know what sets you off and what sparks your.
It was either Jerry Lewis doing Pinball Wizard or Hervé Villachez on the Bob Hope USA.
I know audio is not.
Good editing, man.
Andrew
I
is
took
a
what again?
very
That's all.
good editor, says Astra Reps.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was taking 8 minutes and tried to cut it into 1 minute and just get a little bit of sprinkle. I was sticking my iPhone and taking your little headset that you gave me and trying to wedge it in so I could film and hear. Just because the conversation, it was such a beautiful thing. You got 4 comics back and forth and the schmoozing. And that's what, there was 2 things that I love best. Obviously, what you did and the way you did it. And you said later, I knew what to do and what strings to pull to bring it out. And I don't know, just the love and the joy they all had with each other. Oh, and then, at the end, he was doing Hervé Villachez and Jerry Lewis. Just, I don't know. Made me
It
very
was
happy.
fun. It was fun to have an audience. It made a difference. It was great to have you there.
I still feel like there needs to be some sort of show about you guys moving to Boca.
Yes.
Like Gilbert getting in trouble today for taking too many free bagels at the at the clubhouse.
Yes, that is something I want to see.
They actually, he's been going every day. So we've been here for a month. Look at me.
Is he there? Bring him on! Bring him on!
They give you free bagels at the clubhouse if you
Lots
get there
of free bagel or 10
before 10:30. So he walks the mile to get but he brings home like a whole bag. And today they said, you're only really allowed to have 1 bagel.
This kind of bodes
Shame
a
on you,
transition
Gilbert.
to the film a little bit, because the film was such a beautiful thing. And I know, Astra, you wanted to say how it all came together. And by the way, Gilbert, it's an amazing documentary, and you should all buy it on whatever it is, Amazon or Netflix, for $3.95.
Oh, it's well worth it.
It's such a great story, and it's put together so well. And I even met, let me see, I wrote down on my thing, the amount of people that showed their love for Gilbert. Bill Burr, Jay Leno, Whoopi Goldberg, Jim Gaffigan, David Tell, Susie Essman, Judy Gold, Richard Belzer, Louis Black, Joy Behar, Arsenio Hall, Bob Saget, Artie Lang, Jeff Ross, Penn Joliet, just to name a few. There was a lot of love there. So anyway, Astra or Dara, you can tell me how it came to be.
Well, Astra's responsible for the whole thing.
Well, it's just one of those things. Dara and I seem to have this weird thing where we're just connected. And I was representing this guy, Neil Berkeley, who's an amazing documentary filmmaker, as well as he has a production graphic studio, and that's my world. And I was representing him, but I also knew about his documentaries that I love, love, love. And we're walking down the street, and I just happen to say, so what do you think your next documentary is going to be about? And he said, well, I've always wanted to do a documentary about Gilbert Gottfried. And I just looked at him like, what? And he goes, what, you don't like Gilbert or something? And I said, no. I said, that's really weird because my best friend is married to him. They live 2 blocks this way. Do you want to go meet them right now? And this backstory to that is he never contacted the agent. He just put it out to the universe that this was going to be his next project. And this is what I'm really into. It's energy. Right? So it's like all about positivity and putting it out there because crazy stuff happens. And so that really happened. And Dara and Gilbert met with him, and the rest is magic. And really, Dara, do you want to take it away with what happened next?
Well, long story short, basically, Astra introduced us to Neil. Neil, hi, Jen.
Finally. Okay.
Yes. look at this kitchen. Look at this. But basically, long story short, they came over and Neil offered to take Gilbert to lunch, and he never turns down a free meal. So he said, okay. And Neil changed his flight and stayed. And I said, Gilbert came home. I said, so how was it? And he said, well, the food was good. And that was it. For 2 years, he tried to, wanted to make this movie, and Gilbert wouldn't give me an answer. And he just wouldn't answer me. And finally, I just said to Neil, listen, just show up and try for a week. And if he's comfortable, he'll keep going. And if not, then you tried. And the next day he was on a plane. And the next day he showed up and the elevator opened. And I forgot to tell Gilbert he was coming. And he just showing up, and the first scene in the movie is Gilbert in his bathrobe ironing his clothes, and that's how the movie opens. And then
Gilbert must.
I'm sorry, you left out one important thing about the parchment paper, because I love that.
Yeah, I did. He what really sealed the deal was when he sent me a letter, a handwritten letter on parchment paper about how respectful he would be and how passionate he was about the project. And I just knew that he was going to really put love and care into the project and be respectful and really shine Gilbert in a light that I wanted him to be shined.
Was there a connection there to have somebody follow your life for years? You've got to be very comfortable with them. So did, I guess, Gilbert enjoy being with Neil, or there was a common?
Neil would go on the road with Gilbert and make sure that he got food, and he would feed him, and he would take care of him.
It was the secret sauce.
So it took a while, but he finally, really got comfortable with him. And I was really sad when it was over, because I loved having Neil go with Gilbert on the road, because then he, it was so nice to have someone I knew that was going to be there to take care of him,
When you first saw the film, how was it different than what you had in your mind? Was there anything, or did you see bits beforehand, or is it just going in cold and going, oh my God, I forgot about this, or I didn't realize this, or I love the music, or maybe you didn't get to hear what all the other 36 comedians had to say?
So much better than I expect. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I was nervous. I mean, maybe I was just naive and stupid, I guess, because, it really was a big risk, and it was so much better than I thought that. I knew it would be good, but I just loved it. I thought it was great. But we didn't sign the contract until after we saw the movie. So Gilbert never agreed to do it still. So after 2 years of filming, he still didn't know that he was going to be able to put the film out. That much pressure. So I invited Astra and just a couple close friends, and we all sat in the studio and we watched it together. And Arlene, Gilbert's sister, was there, which was amazing. She passed away after the movie came out, and she got to see it at Tribeca Film Festival, which was amazing.
Oh, wow.
And then
everybody go see it. It's such a good film. I have yet to be, and I remember when I came over your house, I had just watched it, and I just came out. I was like, holy shit. I feel like I'm a combination of you, and you, of Gilbert and Dara and the sister, because the sister, it was like she documents and films everything. Yeah. And, Gilbert's got the quirky sense of humor, and I guess Dara, I don't know, I got your good looks and timing and energy and good teeth. I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, the movie is phenomenal. He's a true artist, and he was so passionate about this, and he was so grateful. Like it shows. And I don't know, it's just what an artist does. He filmed and filmed and filmed, and then he made a story happen.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you get a really sense of the person. That one on Seinfeld I thought was great. I feel like there's been 2 or 3 or 4 movies about comedians where you go behind the scenes, and it's probably like the general public gets to see this, but we know behind the scenes, there's long hotels and taking the shampoos and conditioners and putting them under your bed, Dara, and having giant boxes, thousands of shampoos and conditioners and toothpaste. Just, I guess, the loneliness of the road, but also the camaraderie with all the different comedians. You know what? I wanted to ask you about something. I'm kind of jealous because you were in the music business. You obviously got together with Gilbert, and then you suddenly are probably thrown into this world of comics and funny people. And was that like fun, difficult, annoying? What was that like? Because I'd like to be thrown into that.
I don't know. I never really thought about it. I guess I like to laugh. I've always loved to be around, to surround myself with creative people. And I love humor. And I feel like humor is medicine. It helps us heal. And we need it in our lives. And life is, I just don't want to, it's too heavy. You need to laugh, life is short.
Sure.
Being around, I've always loved to be around surround myself around creative people, especially funny people. So I think it really, there you go.
Are there certain comics that you prefer to others? Any favorites that you want to let us know about? I mean, Artie Lang, is there anybody who has?
Oh, I think Artie. I love Artie. Artie's a teddy bear. There's so
You know
much.
what? That is actually, Andrew, a really good question. Like Dara, besides Gilbert, like who do you love?
Oh, I think the chemistry between Artie and Gilbert is unbelievable. He's such a genius. I worry about him, but I love him. Jeff Ross, I think, is one of the smartest, funniest, most brilliant people I know. I loved Professor Irwin Corey before he died. Do you know who he is? He was one of my favorites.
Oh, was he very old?
He died at 104.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite comics. He was amazing. I took Lily to his house when she was 5 years old. He was great. There's so many. I love Howie. I love Howie. I think Howie's great.
Howie Mandel.
Mandel.
Yeah, he's wonderful. There's so many talented,
And you've had so many incredible experiences, like when you went to go meet Dick Van Dyke, like that was.
Yeah, we had dinner with Dick Van Dyke, and Gilbert went to his house and recorded him for the podcast, and oh my God. The podcast. Yeah, I started the podcast for Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast, if anyone's watching this. Is anyone watching this? I don't even know.
Is anyone watching? Hello? Sissy's back, by the way. Ariel's on. Hey, Ariel.
Yes, the podcast is going on. We're in our 6th year now. And we've had over 300 guests, and we just celebrated our 300th podcast anniversary in February. Actually, February 26th, the same day Gilbert and I met, and it was my 50th birthday celebration and Gilbert's 65th celebration and our 300th podcast.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Yes.
Andrew
Hold on.
has
This is
video.
great because
Cut to
we're
the
going
video.
through. We're getting through all the things. I'm so happy. We're covering all the bases, all the things that I worked on.
We've gone long.
Oh my God. Gilbert, I can't see you, but I love you, and you may notice there is no 65. And the reason there is no 65, even though Gilbert's birthday is on Friday and we are celebrating his birthday, is because I said, Gilbert, where would you like me to put the 65? And he said, put it up your ass.
And all the potions, I'm a amen. Worked hard for my lifetime, no help from my friends. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
My friend Sarah Kravitz went inside with her full clothes, denim jacket, shoes, Louis Vuitton, and my friend Evie and I were standing there waiting for her to come out, and she never came out. How often do you get to go on a roof and go into a steam room in the middle of Manhattan? I got cleansed by the pod company. It's like yoga, it's like focusing your energies yet being together, and it was like, maybe that's getting too out there, but I don't think so.
I would need a copy of that.
Okay.
That was amazing.
I like her. She said she went in and didn't come out. It
I
was
love
like an
that
8-year-old
line.
girl saying, I lost my mommy. Yeah, it's so. What do you remember from that?
Came out.
By the way, Dara, do you know, I think Wayne Gretzky's wife, you look like Is it Janet Jones Gretzky? There's somebody that you look like.
Say hi to Max.
I'll have to look it up.
Andrew, say hi to Max.
Hello, Max. You remember me from 2 weeks ago when I was in your house?
Yeah. I remember that.
That was me. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, you were good. You were on the Zoom on that music video that had just come out, and yeah, it was good. So what do you do? What are you doing up at 10:18 p.m.? Jeez.
Asked my mom for her bad parenting.
Oh. Well, you know
He's
what it is?
good. I like him.
The kids don't have to wake up so early now that it's like Zoom school or whatever they're doing.
Oh, I'm doing this, so I'm not there to tell them to go to bed.
Right. And there's that.
Ladies, you've been so awesome. I had so many things that I looked and researched. There's very few. I want to play another clip of Biden winning because there's another little clip that I did.
Biden has won.
Biden has won. You wrote, I liked when I asked people like what they say about themselves. Professional party girl, spiritual fitness expert, glitter goddess, mother, and I think that's it. But and you also told me that you like to be a connector of people, and I've known other people like that. Tell me about your glitter goddess and why you love bringing people together so much, and why aren't you bringing me together with huge jobs where I can make lots of money? Go.
I hope to bring you together with huge jobs. Well, my name is Astra, and it means star, and I used to wear a lot of stars, and then I thought it was like a little weird, so I started wearing glitter, and I wore a lot of glitter, and I just love connecting people. It's just always, my dad is very gregarious. Shout out to Alan Schwartz again. You know, I think I have a lot of his personality, and I'm very social, and you know, like the way Dara and I connected, and we have a lot of people in common, and always making connections. And I have a business, it's called Astra Reps, and I represent different creative agencies, and that's what I do. It's like sort of what Dara did with music and getting songs on a radio. I basically look for projects for my companies. And I would love to bring Andrew a job. I'd love to bring Ronald a big job.
We should say hi to Ronald if he's still there.
Ronald.
Yeah.
Do we want
He's
to bring
there.
him?
He says you never brought him a big job.
I know,
a
Ronald.
huge job.
Ronald is such a creative force. He's the one that introduced me to Andrew, which is why we're here tonight. So thank you, Ronald. You're the connector. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a connector. Dara's a connector. Not everyone's a connector, but I feel like
Astra walks into a room and lights up the entire room. Seriously. No,
We'll have to go to an event together and compete because I feel that
she has to be there. You have whatever I do, I have to schedule it around Astra's schedule because she has to be there.
That's so sweet, Dara. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I miss going out. I've been quarantining a little bit, so I hope we can all get together one day soon.
Yes.
Are you ready? Here we go. Just like that. That's me on rollerblades.
Tell me how you're feeling today. Just give me some emotion.
I mean, come on. Relief, like we can breathe finally.
A lot of relief.
We can breathe. We are ecstatic. I can breathe.
How come you wore that today?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Waiting 4 years for this? Oh my God. So long. So long. You?
We're so excited. The nightmare is over. Joe Biden's fucking president.
I have people I care about on DACA.
Yeah.
We just took one big step forward. Woo!
It was a little rough there at the beginning, but but we're good.
But the bottom line is, Biden was winning all those states.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that Trump wants to bury himself in the White House. Have you ever heard of that? I love New York, and we have America back.
Man, congratulations to America.
Well, it's a victory. Kindness wins. Goodness matters. Character matters. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers. We are the champions
Of the world.
Oh, I think I have enough footage for one more of those because I have a lot. You know, people go in there and they stick their cameras in the air and film. Like, all right, yeah, what do I do? Right to the people. How the fuck are you feeling? What do you got? You know, you want to hear. Those are the important things, what people have to say. Just saying. And if you come at them with a pair of rollerblades slowly gliding into them, then they have no choice but to talk to you.
Amazing. Amazing.
You're making me want to dig out my rollerblades.
Dig them out. We can do like a naked rollerblading film in Bushwick, just sort of weaving through the streets. Yeah, Ronald asked, so I'm just.
I think my naked rollerblading days are over, but thank you.
Oh, I've heard that before. That's all right. Wow, all of these sheets of paper with all this information on, we got to so much. And it all comes down to happiness and love and friendship and connection.
It's all we want. We want happiness and friendship and love and connection and glitter.
That's right.
Anything you want to tell us about your life going forward? What's going to happen?
Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
Is anyone a oracle or a fortune teller out there in the chat? My sister's asking if anyone else is watching that doesn't know us, which I think is so cute.
You'd be surprised. People like people, and you're interesting, fun people with great stories. So, yeah, I'm sure there are.
People. I don't know, Ariel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we invited people. Andrew invited people. I don't think this reaches far beyond that, but I think that's our goal. I think Andrew's show should, be more recognized.
Yeah, more comedians. So I'll be hitting up Dara. What do you got? There's a guy named Modi in my complex, but I'd like a Sarah Silverman,
Modi.
Maybe Bill Maher. Do you know Modi?
I think I know Modi. Yeah.
He was in the.
Wait,
I saw this.
Know Modi. I do. I think did he do the benefit? I think he did.
I don't know. He might have.
I don't know, Modi, but Ronald is concerned about my glitter comment. Ronald, I'm with you. I will get eco-friendly glitter from here on out. I pledge that for the Biden administration.
I saw Modi in this documentary like on Netflix that was evidently like 5 years ago about like the history of Jewish comics coming from the vaudeville or the Borscht Belt or whatever it was. And I don't know if Gilbert was in there, but there was so many comedians sort of talking about the history of Jews and comics and their influence. And it was really good. And then Modi popped up.
How old is Modi? Is he older? Is he younger?
No, actually younger. I would say 40s, but I don't know.
That's young.
Yeah. Okay.
I know him. Yeah.
All right. Anything else we need to plug? We have the film. They have to rent Gilbert, which is a wonderful movie. What about your podcast? Is that for
Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast on gilbertpodcast.com. And he does cameos. If you want a personalized video shout out from either Gilbert or Dracula Gottfried. I started a
I love
cameo.
that.
He dresses up like
Dracula. Was that in time for Halloween?
Yeah.
Awesome job.
Yeah, that was fun. And yes, that's what we got going on.
Astra?
Oh, me, DinaKnapp.com, my wonderful, talented artist mother who is gone, and Astra Reps. Listen, if anyone needs any branding, production design, digital, music situation, hit me up. I got it for you. I got great, talented teams and people. And, people are really affected by COVID. Like, we haven't even talked about that really. a lot of people are struggling, and you know, I'm just trying to connect people and help people thrive.
Well said.
Thank you,
Just
Susan.
because it's my show and I feel like it, because I could end it right there, but you know, I put this outtakes thing together, and you might get dizzy. That's all I have to say. So just think, yeah, but this one might be dizzying. It's mostly about the audio.
No,
Oh, I don't know what to say about that because I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you want to answer some of my questions? I'm doing fun interviews today.
No, I will vote for Trump.
Because you look like you like to laugh.
Yeah, I don't like to have that sad face all the time.
Either everybody's son or everybody's saved.
Son. Oh, okay.
Robinette,
Robinette. Oh, okay.
which is also a kitchen instrument. Come up. I want you in this circle. You guys are great. I'm running. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, dude, you got dressed. It was like muscles were bulging. No, I don't care. Valley of Scum is good because this is about Trump a little bit, so I figured that's
really? That's what's up.
Who did it? Who cut it?
Sometimes my dad cuts it.
We're doing an interview? You doing yoga? Oh, no, chairs. Come, talk to me for a minute. This is funny. Wait, stop.
No, you
You got so much chutzpah, charismatic. Wait, I have questions.
Oh, you got questions? Oh, I like questions.
You just want to go and say whatever you want? You can tell me whatever you want. It's supposed to be funny. Okay, what do you think Trump's next job would be? Gotta keep going. This is what separates the men from the boys to the men. Consistency. You said I'm a 90s kid. That's like, what were you, 3? That's 30 years ago.
95, 96, yeah.
That's 25 years ago. That makes sense. Okay. How about this? Montgomery County, Bucks County?
Those are in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I grew up there too.
When I tell you my eyes were glued to CNN for probably like 10, 12, 15 hours since Wednesday.
Yes.
I know way more about like Georgia.
Oh, that's okay. I know it was a little like, I just like the fact that I can be really bossy to people and just, get over here. Let's do this. We're going to do this thing. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
Thank you for having us. This was really fun. I hope anyone that tuned in had fun. I hope anyone watching the replay has fun. Dara, I miss you in Boca.
I miss you too, and I love your pillows.
Oh, thank you. And Andrew, one day we'll meet in person.
Sure, sooner than you think. Vaccines are on the way. Vaccines are on the way. And Trump is out of the White House. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Everybody at home, hey, goodbye. I said da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Hey, goodbye. Come on down.
That's a perfect out. Bam.
Get up. Let's do it for real. Ring, ring, 7 a.m. Move yourself to go again. Cold water in your face is gonna bring you back to this awful place. Knuckle merchants and the bankers too, who must get up and learn those rules. Riverman and Crazy Chief, one says sun and one says sleep. Now the AM, the FM, the PM too, turning out that boogaloo. It gets you up and it gets you out, but how long can you keep it up? I said, give me Honda, give me Sony. It's so cheap and it's so phony. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and the Benjamins. I said, New York! Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on and get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on and get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Get up. Just don't stop and give it all you got. We'll rise to better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. See the ads? Well, isn't it nice? Better work hard cause I know the price. Now never mind that. It's time for the bus. And you'll get on cause you're one of us. The clocks go slow in the place of work. The minutes drag and the hours jerk. the boss. It's your profit, it's his loss. You work anyway, the lunch bell rings. You take 1 hour and you do your thing.